What an absolute bunch of useless shitbags. Hey everyone, it's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United. How's it going? Thanks for joining me today on this Sunday afternoon, which has turned into an absolutely shit Sunday afternoon because Spurs have just beaten us 2-1 at Shite Hart Lane, the last time we're going to play there. Thank you very much for joining me. Please smash a like on this video, but yeah, United were just absolutely freaking gashtastic today. That Portuguese Mr. Bean twat, Jose Mourinho, setting the side up to just contain and defend from the start. You can't do that, pal. You can't do that. We've got to go out there and try and win the fucking game from the off. I hate seeing that shit. I hate it. Why are we only playing when we absolutely have to play? There was about 5 minutes in that first half performance from United where we've actually passed and moved it around nicely. We showed in the second half at times there was a couple of nice moves from United. We can do it. Why do we not just try and do that from the off? Why do we decide to go to teams and try and just contain them? That's what we did today. Okay, Spurs are a very good side, very good defensively. You don't want to leave yourself totally open at the back, but we got to freaking go for it, you know. And I just didn't get that from Manchester United today at all. I just got, let's just go there, damage limitation. Who gives a shit about the league at the moment? Let's try and nick a result, win the Europa League. Piss off, Jose. I want to see, you know, some fire from United, a bit more attacking sense from the start. Let's go out there and win the fucking game. But anyway, I'm really wound up from this performance. Just very disappointed. I was expecting to see a little bit more from us. Fair play to Spurs. They're a really good side. They've shown that they deserve their second spot in the league this season. Absolutely. They've beaten us today again. You know, and Pochettino's got them playing really good football. They've been the most consistent side, I think, defensively this season. Look at their goal difference. Look at the number of goals they conceded. It's very difficult to score against Spurs. But I was not happy with the way that we approached the game. We could have approached it in a lot more attacking way. And people were saying Jose only knows how to play defensive football. That's not true. Look at what he did, you know, when he came back from Chelsea or while he was at Real Madrid. None of those sides are defensive, you know, on their day when they have to be. But I don't think we had to be defensive today. We could have gone for it. If we're going to lose the game anyway, let's just fucking go for it. Really annoying because, of course, Liverpool got the job done earlier. All they've got to do is go and get a result against Middlesbrough, and then they've secured their top 4 position. Man City, of course, looking very likely to secure the other top 4 spot available. What does that leave? It leaves Manchester United's only hope for getting Champions League football next season is to win the Europa League final against Ajax, which, don't get me wrong, we should do, but we might not fucking do because that's football. And if we don't, I tell you, if we don't, it will be an absolute calamity of a season for United. So it all hinges and rests on that performance. The actual performance today from United, I have to say, was poor, it was tepid, it was slow, it was mundane, we were containing them, it was Moisey-esque at times, you know, it really was. I like to use that expression, but it perfectly sums it up. Very disappointing, and it was summed up by the goals they scored as well, both from set pieces, both piss poor defending. The first goal in the game's pretty much over for us after 5 fucking minutes because we've given them a corner, they played it back. Ball comes into the box and Wanyama's absolutely unmarked. That little munchkin toad Shrek wannabe Wayne Rooney's absolutely nowhere marking him, even though he should be. But anyways, why is a little tiny, miniature version of Shrek, marking the huge Wanyama anyway? It doesn't really make much sense, but either way, that was his role, and he absolutely failed to do that. So that was a fault of Wayne Rooney's, I think, that goal, but also just generally shite defending in that set piece all round. So it's given them the lead. It was a good header from Wanyama. You have to say he's made perfect contact with it, a perfect, powerful placement past David De Gea, so fair play to him. But it was shit defending from Manchester United, you have to say. And then it didn't really get much better. That absolute Rodney Trotter wannabe, Harry Kane, has popped up and got his first goal against Manchester United, the little wanker. That was something that United fans were always saying, oh, Harry Kane's never scored against us, though. Well, he fucking has now. He has now, so that little nice stat's gone. But yeah, I mean, based on this performance today, you'd have to say that United are just a little bit shit at the moment. When we're coming up against the good sides, the top teams that are performing, we are a little bit off the pace. I know we've got injury problems and we've not got our best side out there. Jose, of course, is looking to the Europa League final. I know that. But even so, we should be putting up a much better performance against the Spurs here. So I'm just massively disappointed that we've not managed to do it. It is just a huge fail today. We gave up the goat after about 5 minutes, gifted them the lead with some shitty defending from that Rooney twat. And yes, he has popped up later and tucked one in, which was a really nice move, actually. Anthony Martial moved out to the left there. I thought he looked way more lively. He did a lot more in the last sort of 20-25 minutes of the game than he did in the whole 60 before that. And he set up the goal. Lovely bit of play. Wing play to beat the defender, get a bit of space, put the ball in there. Wayne Rooney's there to slot it away. Good finish from Wayne Rooney and a great assist from Anthony Martial. So he's almost redeemed himself there, but not quite, because United couldn't go on and get that equalising goal. I mean, seriously though, Jose, pal, come on. Why do we always have to play this negative defensive bullshit football? Do we have to? If our focus is on the Europa League anyway, and Spurs are a really good defensive side, why can we not just fucking go for it? Let's attack these prats. He's been reading out the Louis van Gaal book of tactics or something. I don't get it. But either way, not good enough for United today. We'd gone there to do a containment job, a defence job, and it's backfired on us after 5 minutes, and then we didn't really have an answer for it. So, Rooney looked a lot better when central, of course, and he did cause them problems, and he did score that goal. So fair play to him. He can still do it. But I think this is time for Wayne Rooney to just say sayonara in Japanese. And I don't know why he'd speak Japanese. And go over to the J League or something. But no, he should do one, basically. Shouldn't he? He's not good enough anymore, I don't think. He's been a great servant to the club. Absolute legend of the club. All-time goal scorer for the club. That's legendary. But your little spud-faced Trek wannabe needs to pack his bag and leave now, I believe. Right, let's do it then. Let's give this absolute twat Henry Hotspur a call, who actually phoned me up after the first goal and just said, you're shit, we're going to batter you. So let's give him a quick bell, see what he's got to say for himself. I'm pretty sure he's going to be gloating if he's not celebrating, if I can even get hold of him. But let's just give him a quick bell. Hopefully he can hear it. And we'll just get his thoughts and opinions. But I'm not enjoying this. You alright, Henry? How's it going?
Hello, mate. Yeah, good, man. I didn't think you were going to call me if you lost.
No, I just thought I'd get your... you're right, mate. I wasn't going to, but I just thought I'd give you a quick bell. But, yeah, you've done it. What have you got to say, then?
That's it. Well, how did you feel when you just saw all those flags going, the songs throughout the whole game? It's just brilliant. What brilliant kind of... finale just to beat Manchester United at the last game ever at White Hart Lane.
Yeah, it's a bit of a fairy tale story for you there. Last game at White Hart Lane.
Very much so, but we're still mugs though, aren't we? In a way.
You're mugs, yeah. I can't wait to see the back of White Hart Lane. To be honest, get the bulldozers in. That's what I say right now.
We finished second, so nobody remembers we finished in second place. And we've won no silverware, so what have we actually done this season?
I like your attitude there, Henry. I do, I must say. You're spot on there. There's no prizes for second place. You qualify for Champions League, but you haven't won any silverware. You're right. If United win the League Cup, get the Europa League and finish 6th, who cares? We've done better than you, I reckon.
Yeah, in some respects, yes. Basically, we've done as good as you possibly can do without actually winning anything.
Yeah, and
the best losers you could possibly be.
That's it. You're excellent losers.
Yeah, very much.
But today we were the losers. So
over the last decade of football, I'll take that all day long.
Come on then, give us a bit of banter, mate. Go on. There's a lot of Manchester United fans listening at the moment, so.
Yeah, I don't know. Not much to say, is there really?
I thought you'd be a little bit more hyped up about this, mate. To be honest.
Just chillaxing, mate. But no, yeah, of course I'm happy. I guess I am just still disappointed that we haven't taken it till the last game of the season for the title. That's the bottom line. Even though I'm so happy with what we've done, it's still just not good enough for me. I want to see us winning something. So next season's got to be the one.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to win anything next season either. Pochettino's going to go to Barcelona. He's going to take Dele Alli with maybe Christian Eriksen, and Spurs are going to be back to being contending for the 6th spot.
I'm not sure. I'd like to see Pochettino stay until at least he wins something.
Yeah, I think if that job comes available at Barca, and Barca come knocking for him, he's gone. So enjoy it. Enjoy it while you can.
In a way, if he wants to go without winning something, then he can just go, can't he? But
yeah, you can go. You can always get Harry Redknapp back in, can't you?
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know. No, Redknapp's past it now. But,
I was obviously taking the piss there, but yeah, he can come back into the It's basically, if Poch stays, then Spurs are going to continue developing. They'll keep hold of the players. But if he does go to Barca, which I personally don't think he will just yet, then I think Spurs are screwed. So there you go.
We need to offload Sissoko and then possibly get in. I don't know if Janssen's going to stay or not, but it'd be nice to see a better striker back up. I think Kyle Walker will probably go. It's just not a feeling that he might go to City. Because Pochettino obviously thinks Trippier can just slot in.
Trippier can just slot in, to be fair. Yeah, if Kyle Walker wants to do one.
50 million or so, we could get a good payout for Walker, then we could go and spend that on a sort of Sissoko replacement, essentially.
Yeah.
Like someone just go out there and just buy some fantastic player.
Anyway, enough about Spurs. Enough about Spurs. Where did you think it went wrong for United today? Then you just think we went there too negative, too defensive?
I don't think we did anything wrong. I just think you just got outplayed by a better side. Bottom line, Rooney has played a handful of games this season. He's certainly not the kind of player that's just going to sort of carry the team anymore, so to speak. It was United playing half decent, but you're just not as good as Tottenham Hotspur.
Well, it's pretty much our, B team out there, in my opinion. Jose is holding something back for why is Rooney starting this game? I think there was we could have played a stronger team if we wanted to, but I think Jose just doesn't really give a shit about the league anymore. He's resigned to the fact we're probably gonna not qualify, via top 4 for the Champions League. So he's just gone, fuck it, let's just put a team out and focus on the Europa. So there you go. Spurs are a good side. They deserve the win. They deserve finishing second this season.
Yep, I would laugh if you lost to Ajax. Come on, Ajax. That would be funny. That would be a travesty for you. At least you won the League Cup. But if you don't get Champions League, then that would be tough. I think
that would be an absolute calamity of the season. Oh, just one other thing, Henry. Something really important I wanted to ask you. Just hung up on the prick there. If Manchester United can't beat Spurs, I've got to get one over on the little guy somehow. Anyway, oh, sorry, lads, something happened there. It cut out for a second. I've got a bit of a poor connection. Anyway, United not good enough today. Spurs, he's phoning me back. Hang on, let's see if we can wind him up a bit more. You right, mate?
Hello, were you in the middle of asking me something?
Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but no, I was just going to say, Spurs this season, and they've got that new stadium. There was a bit of news that come out earlier that you probably haven't heard. I just got him off again. Oh, come on. Anyway, he's not going to appreciate that, but there we have it. I'm just going to go through a couple of the comments now that's come out that people are commenting here. He's phoning me back again. Is this guy not just doesn't get the fact I'm taking a piss out of him? Right, hang on. Hello, mate. What's going on with your phone?
I don't know. Is this some sort of prank? Because every time you say there's some news going on that you probably haven't heard, and then it just cuts out.
No, I don't know. I think it's because I've got a lot of devices over Wi-Fi, and I've turned this off so it doesn't ping too much, so it's only connected to the Wi-Fi, and I think it's just buckling at the moment.
Just started to get a little bit sinister. It was like, there's something about the lane that you haven't heard, and then it just cuts out.
No. Basically,
what's going on?
Basically, White Hart Lane. There's something about the administration issues there. And on Monday, what's happening is, come on, you've got to. There's every cloud has a silver lining. Anyway, fucking hell. Right, let's have a look at some comments here. Kyle Fury, my moderator in the house, says Man United has a 100% win ratio with Fellaini as captain. Well, that's true. What is he doing? Why is he phoning me back? If this was happening to you, wouldn't you just go, oh, fuck off? Right, hang on, I'll answer again. Hello, mate. How's it going? What is going on with your phone?
You're freaking me out, mate. Every time I'm about to hear what's going on, it just cuts out. And you're freaking me. What's happening?
Right, the bulldozers are coming in Monday, yeah? And they're bulldozing White Hart Lane. But there's a problem with the new site. Basically, what it is... surely he's got to take the hint now. Anyway, right, let's have a look at some of the comments here. So, Jones, Smalling, Lingard, Rooney need to go. Lingard's not going anywhere, really. He's just signed a ridiculous amount of... right, he's phoning back again. What? Hello, mate. This is really starting to piss me off now.
You're seriously honestly freaking me out because every time you're about to say something, and it is, and then you cut out, mate. You're freaking me out. Hello?
Henry!
Hello?
Henry!
Hello?
What's going on with the line, mate?
I don't know, mate. I do not know.
Anyway, enjoy your win, man. I was just going to tell you that basically the bulldozers are coming in Monday, and there's a problem with the lease or something with the ground. And basically what it actually means is... Right, anyway, let's have a look at the comments there. So, what was I saying? Jones... The obnoxious Otter said Jones, Smalling, Lingard, Rooney need to go. Well, I personally think that Rooney is going to go. Don't know where he's going to go in the summer, but probably to the MLS or maybe even Everton. There's talk about him coming back, going back to Everton in a swap move. All right, Henry, come on, mate. Do you not understand that I'm just taking a piss?
You messing me around, isn't it?
Yeah. What? Did you not take the hint after the second time? Even I'm sick of doing it now.
I'm sketching out. I'm fucking sketching out. The signal's cutting off. I'm sort of sat in a spot. I think the signal might not be that great. I don't know, mate.
Anyway, yeah, well, no, I was just taking the piss, mate. But seriously, there is some issue with Spurs, but... Right, anyway, so basically, yeah, Lingard's not going anywhere. He's on 6 figures. No other team would want to pay that to him because he's shit. So he's stuck at Man United for the remainder of his contract. Keegan Baker, he says, Pig, who do you think will be De Gea replacement? God, I hope David De Gea doesn't go to Real Madrid in this summer. I really do. He's such a match winner for us. You can't buy that sort of level of quality and talent. He's pretty much one of the best 2 goalkeepers in the world. And you just can't get that. Whoever you get who's not David De Gea is not going to be as good. And that is going to affect you somewhere down the line. Whether or not it's, you get somebody in who's a really good quality keeper, like a Hugo Lloris or something like that, he's still not as good as David De Gea. And this game's all about the tiny fractions and the small percentages. So for me, we should do everything we can to keep hold of David De Gea because he is the best goalkeeper in the world. And Manchester United should have the best goalkeeper in the world. We've had that in the past. Peter Schmeichel, when we had him, was the best goalkeeper in the world. And, Edwin van der Sar was up there, of course. So we've always had great keepers. We need a great keeper. David De Gea certainly is that. So don't let him go. But if he does go, then... I don't know who I could suggest. There was talk about that Keylor Navas guy coming in. I think Sergio Romero's actually pretty decent, to be fair. But if you're talking about first string, I'd try and get Lloris, but as things are at the moment, he's not going anywhere. Maybe if Spurs didn't have Champions League. There was talk about him coming a couple of years ago, though. There's some options, We could sign a couple of... we could sign a top quality goalkeeper to replace him, but like I say, he's not going to be as good as David De Gea. Let's have a look. So, Stefan Loon says, stop being petty, Pig. Listen, I've got to be petty. United are shit and Spurs just beat us 2-1. And he phoned me up at half-time giving it the big one, saying, you're shit and we're going to batter you. So I'm just trying to wind him up a little bit to make myself feel better, okay? But he's just texted me anyway to say, prick, mate, and Yid Army. So I'm pretty sure he doesn't feel that bad. But thank you, Henry, for the cameo on the live stream there. I've got to just squeeze any bit of enjoyment as I can out of today because I'm so pissed off with that United performance. Right, let's have a look at some more comments here. Gary Wells says, poor old Henry, stop winding up, mate. He's not the poor one. He's got Champions League football. His Spurs side are a bit of a force at the moment. They're pretty much the youngest side in the league and they're only getting better. So, let's wind them up as much as we can. United forever. Thanks for your comment. Says no Bailey in Europa League final. How scary is that? It's really scary, my friend, because he has been far and away our best defender this season, or certainly our best centre back. He come in and ever since he's come in that first game, his debut in a Manchester United shirt, he put in a real good performance, and he's just looked like a very solid defender. Certainly more solid than any of the shite that we had at United before, and most of the shite that we've got now. So it is a huge blow for us, but we are playing Ajax. They're a good side, but they're not Barcelona. They're not Real Madrid. They're not Bayern Munich. They're a level below. And I think even with United with a makeshift defence without Bailey in it, we should have enough to beat them. It's all going to be played out in midfield, that game anyway. Ajax are a sort of very technical passing side. They like to build from the back and pass it, intricately and create chances via their sort of triangular passing and through balls and all that sort of thing. And Manchester United are going to have to win the midfield battle. We're going to need Pogba in there, somebody who United missed today, I have to say, giving him a lot of stick. But when we don't have Paul Pogba in the side, we lose that dynamism, we lose that sort of strength and that battling ability, because he does put himself around Paul Pogba. He's a very, very good physical specimen. He's quick, he's strong, very good defensively, and he's also great at driving forward and creating things for his teammates and having shots from distance. We missed that. We missed that box-to-box player in the centre of the park today, and let's just hope he can do the business for us in the Europa League final. Joe HDHDG says Man United have bottled it. We bottled it about 10 times this season. I wasn't surprised we bottled it today against Spurs. Just not good enough. We are the second best team to them at the moment. You've got to base it on the league table, and they are consistently better than us this season. That's just the way it is. But there's always next season. As long as United do get the Europa League trophy in the cabinet, as long as we win that game, then there's no reason why next year we can't win the league, because it's all about building, it's all about transition. Jose's taken over a horrible David Moyes / Louis van Gaal hybrid squad, which is about the shittest team you can get in the world, isn't it? David Moyes and Louis van Gaal's squad. I'm only joking there, but yes, this isn't his side yet. He's got to buy a couple more players. He's got to ship a couple more out. He's got to put his stamp and his signature on the side. It's going to take time. And I think for his first season in charge, regardless of where we finish in the league, as long as we have Champions League football next season, we'll just write it off as a pretty good year for United. But it all hinges on getting that Europa League glory, of course. Because if we don't, and we haven't got Champions League football, what sort of impact is that going to have on us? Are we going to fall further back? Because look at the likes of Liverpool, City, Spurs, and of course Chelsea under Conte, totally turning it around and winning it this season. They're all going to go out there and spend too, and they're going to improve in the summer. And if Manchester United can't keep up, because we can't attract the very top quality players like Griezmann or, somebody like a Lukaku who only wants to leave Everton because they don't have Champions League football. Other than that, he's reasonably happy. He wants Champions League football. He wants to play at the very top level. We've got to be able to offer players that, otherwise it's going to make things difficult for us, and maybe some of the other teams will get further ahead of us in terms of the quality of players that they can bring in. That is a problem. I mean, in the last couple of seasons, we did get like the likes of Falcao and some, Zlatan this summer. Some are gone, of course. Players like that that have come in just because Manchester United's got such a draw and appeal about it. But that Champions League football element would definitely help us out. Everybody who's tuned in and you're all asking questions to me now, you're a bunch of living legends. And you're all living. Nobody's dead here, are they? Otherwise you wouldn't be watching. So you are living legends. Never really understood that impression, that expression. I guess it just means that you're actually alive. What am I talking about? But anyway, thank you very much for tuning in. You're a bunch of legends, lads and lasses. Please do smash a like on this video. I'm going to stick around for a little bit longer, just answer a couple more questions here. Johnny Blowell says, Rooney, what a tit. I mean, he has had an unbelievable career at Manchester United. Brilliant, but for the last couple of seasons he has been a bit of a tit, hasn't he? Not good enough. That defending today for that first goal from Wanyama was absolutely gashtastic from Wayne Rooney. He did try and redeem himself, and he got the goal late in the second half, so fair play to him. But yeah, I think it's time that we sent Wayne Rooney off to the glue factory. He's had a good service. Piss off back to Everton, son. Because his quality is diminishing, and he's got to go down the levels at some point. But is he even going to go to Everton? Would Everton have him? He's on 300k a week. He could go to China and get more money than that. He could go to MLS and get something comparable. But I don't think he could go to Everton and be a first choice player and get anywhere near that money, even if they want him for a first choice player, which I don't think they do. But even if they want him for a first choice player, I don't think they're going to offer him anywhere near that money. What's more likely is they'd want him as a squad player, someone to have around and help out and have an impact, and they'd want to pay him like 120 grand a week. Does he want to do that? Does he want to take a drop and just go and play for his boyhood club? He may well want to. EZLN says, are we signing Old Black, mate? See, he's another player that could potentially come in. David De Gea, maybe. I just hope that David De Gea doesn't go this summer, But, in terms of goalkeepers, we've got to get one of the very best out there. He looks like a good prospect, so... Tigana Jermaine says, it's okay, mate. You're in the Euro final, right? Well, not quite the Euro final, the Europa League final, which is absolutely gashtastic. But it's not as gash as it used to be, because if you win it, you do get top four, and that's all we need to do at the moment. Let's have a look. Mercury Red says, Justin Kluivert, would you buy him, Mr. Flying Pig? Does he play for Ajax? Does he, that lad? Is that Patrick Kluivert's son? this is the first I've really heard of him. Heard some stuff about him the other day. Seen some clips, looks decent. Is that Patrick Kluivert's son? Because if it is, we better watch out for him, because Patrick Kluivert is a freaking quality player, so if he's had him coaching him his whole life, then we are in trouble. But I can't really comment on him, I haven't seen him enough, but thanks very much for your comment there. Let's have a look. De Calnicini says, Lingard is shite. Well, it's a pretty bold statement. I don't think he's good enough, and for the money that we're paying him, he definitely doesn't justify or warrant that. So yeah, I sort of can understand that. Let's have a look. Rooney to India, says Captain Marwan Fellaini. Nice idea there from Marwan, just ship him off. He loves spicy food, does Wayne Rooney. He loves an Indian takeaway, so ship him off over there. He'll probably have a great time. Let's get down to the bottom here. Sorry, there's so many comments coming through. Thank you very much for tuning in. Let's have a look. My Loxy Lotus says Bale and Griezmann wouldn't consider joining United if we're as small as other clubs in the Premier League. Well, is Bale really considering joining United? I don't think so. I think maybe Griezmann is, but I've got a horrible feeling that Griezmann's going to go somewhere else. But there you go. Reaper 2004 says, Pig, you think the squad are saving their last major fight for Stockholm? I do. I think Jose is as well. I think that, based on some of the selections he's made, bringing Twanzarbi and Rooney into the side for these couple of games, I know we do have injury problems, but I think he was sort of 75% in it in the league and 110% in it in the Europa League. He's put all of his eggs in the Europa basket. He sees that as our easiest way to get into the Champions League, and it is right now because of our shit form in the league. Too many times this season, if we dropped points and lost games we shouldn't have lost. Harper Hole says, get a haircut, mate. I know, 100% agree. I'm looking like I've just come off the street. I should have like a can of special brew in my hand right now. But yeah, I do need to get a haircut. I'm looking like something out of the 1960s and not in a good way. So there we go. It's apparently got an eBay notification, so I don't know what it was for. Maybe a I Hate Spurs t-shirt or something like that. But anyway, I'm pretty much going to wrap it up there, but just wanted to do my live reaction for you, give Henry a little, a little opportunity to have his say, because he's, of course, my mate. He's a Spurs fan, unfortunately. But he's over the moon, of course. But nothing really changes. Spurs can finish second. They've lost, effectively, the Premier League trophy because they haven't won it. So if you finish second, if you're not first, you're last. And they've not won a trophy this season. United have won the League Cup. We might finish 6th, 7th, who knows? But we have won the League Cup, and we may win, or we should win, the Europa League. So that would be a better season. If you look at the two seasons compared, yes, they've been more consistent, the best defensively and better in the league, but 2 trophies and the same prize as them, which is Champions League football. You have to say that's a better season for United. So it all hinges on that Europa. Anyway, I'm pretty much going to wrap it up and leave it there, but thank you very much for all you 260-odd legends who are currently tuned into this live match reaction. Come back after this video has been published and make sure you do get your comments and thoughts in after it's been published so they stay there permanently and I can see them, reply to them, and so can everybody else. So make sure you do that. But for now, I just want to say thanks for tuning in. United, unfortunately, couldn't get the job done against Spurs today. Second best, as we have been for much of the season against some of the top sides. Just too inconsistent, dropping points when we shouldn't be. We've had a shit league campaign this year. Nowhere near where Manchester United need to be. But like I say, Jose coming in first season in charge, transitional season for the lad. Give him a shot. Next season, if we're not winning, or at least challenging for the Premier League trophy, then something's very, very wrong indeed. Thank you all for tuning in. You're a bunch of legends. Do me a massive favour. Smash a like on this video and also hit the subscribe button if you're new around here to keep up to date with upcoming rants and videos and all sorts of shit on this channel. But thanks for tuning in. This is the Flying Pig. Take it easy. Have yourself a good one. Make sure you do subscribe to Flying Pig United for everything Manchester United, everything football, and everything pigs. Have yourself a good one. Take it easy. And, oh, we are absolutely gastastic, aren't we?